Probably recently. So we not to get those. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Why is no talking today?
Then we get sit down first.
Yeah.
James. Thanks, sir.
Hi, John. I'm Kevin here from FightPlay.tv. First of all, welcome to me the first time.
First time here. Having a great time so far.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Listen, one thing that has been asked to you about, you know, they actually asked Alex about his camp, right? They asked him whether or not, you know, what kind of competitive, you know, opponents he's took it, you know, and whether or not there are people that will mimic your style. Now, the same question to you then.
What was his answer?
I'm not going to tell you. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think basically that he actually avoided the question. He pretty much answered that, in a diplomatic way, he said that, you know, I have the right people in my camp and it's a good training camp. That's what he said. So I'm just going to ask you again. With your training camp, have you, involved in any special fighters?
No, I haven't.
Stuff?
I haven't skipped on any special fighters to mimic Alexander Gustafsson. Alexander is a unique fighter in the way that he stands, in the way that he moves, and his height, in the way that he fights. So you're not going to get too many people that can emulate his style. What we do is just work on our game plan, and we work on the moves we'll be facing. You know, we figure out what his tendencies are and what his favorite combinations are, and we just drill against those combinations, and we just focus on, you know, just knowing what we're up against, but not necessarily trying to emulate what we're up against and other people, I guess. So basically, to answer your question, I can use an opponent that's 5'11" to mimic Alexander Gustafsson. It really doesn't matter what his height is. It's just knowing what technique will be being exchanged.
Just a follow-up question then. I mean, obviously, yeah, Alex, on the poster it says greatness within reach and so on. So we all know this will be a question about, you know, similar size and, you know, that the fact that you have just an advantage on the reach. Tell me though, what do you think, other than those things, what do you think Alex will offer you as in you know, punchers?
It's hard to say what he'll bring to the table. As of right now, I think he could be one of the better punchers that I've ever fought, and we'll be prepared for that.
You are very dominant in your weight class. What are the best and worst parts of that, and how do you stay motivated?
The best part of being dominant in my game is, you know, kind of having like a mystique. I think once you're like really dominant, you know, I think the opponents really start to doubt themselves a little bit more, and it makes my job a little easier. A negative thing about being dominant is people expect you to do no rounds in a fight in a flawless way, which isn't always the case. There's going to be your ups and downs, and you're going to get hit every once in a while. And the way I stay motivated is just to compare myself to people who have done great things, not only in their sports arena, but great things in other people's lives and great things on a global scale. Realizing that I haven't really made too much of an impact yet is what's motivated me to enhance my personal greatness as much as I can do.
But doesn't it ever get a bit boring? Isn't it like a video game where you reach the top level and now you're just like, whoa?
No, absolutely not. No, I think that there's a lot of great competitors out there. There's a lot of ambitious, motivated people out there. And as long as they're motivated athletes out there, I have a job to do.
Where do you keep the belts?
I keep the belt. Right now, it's in my hotel room. Please don't try to take it from me, you Swedes.
I don't think anyone would dare to.
Don't you try to do it. So yeah, right now it's in my room, but at home I keep it in my trophy room.
Do you ever like put it on when you feel a bit low and like stand in front of the mirror?
No, but me and my wife put it on every once in a while when we're trying to spice it up a bit.
Whose belt is that then? Is that not yours?
That is a promotional belt from the UFC. Feel free to take it if you like.
One more question. You're a young fighter. How much can we expect to see from you? And when after the fight with Alex and all that, how many more years do you think you'll be able to fight?
I'm definitely looking forward to fighting for a long time. You know, this is I think this is my 5th year fighting, and I feel very new still. I feel like I'm still learning how to fight, and I believe that I'll be at this for at least another 10 years.
One thing that I'm wondering is that, you know, during the press conference that has been in LA and New York as well, there has been some talks that, you know, journalists have asked you, like, who do you think you'll go up against next? And, you know, now the mindset is this, I mean, the way I view that as a journalist, well, will he answer it? Because is he looking past his current opponent? Right. Because the answer, you know, that has been coming up to the surface, well, next up will be, etc., right? How does your mindset work? Are you actually looking past your opponent right now? Because the fact that you can actually answer those kind of questions?
Right. It's not that I'm looking past my opponent. It's just that I have confidence in the ideal of being great and being a winner, being someone that, you know, that wins for many years. So I'm definitely not looking past my opponent at all, but I have the right future in mind. So it makes it pretty simple to share what I think for my future.
Now, one thing that I'm wondering is obviously the question that you got about your 2 other brothers, Arthur and Chad.
Yeah.
And you know the entire thing where how do you guys, you know, make sure that each one of you like stay humble, because I think that's there's a lot of competition between teams, right?
Oh yeah.
2 NFL players in good teams, and obviously the UFC champion. How do you handle it?
It's really cool. It's really cool thing for us to all be professional athletes and being brothers. And I think it's just really easy to stay humble. It started with our parents and the way they taught us how to live life and the way to respect other people. And yeah, it's easy to stay humble. We look at ourselves as goofy, middle-aged guys who have really cool jobs. You know, that's really all it is. We're all still kids ourselves, and we're just grateful to be a part of it. And we realize it won't last forever, so we just need to treat people with respect and work really hard and have fun with it all and keep things in perspective.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of media attention. Do you like it?
I love it. Keep it coming.
What's like, you must make, or do have so many interviews, and most journalists ask the same questions. Which one are you most annoyed with getting?
I think a lot of journalists ask me about the reach. You know, a lot of people really simplify this fight to being about reach, and I don't think people really realize that martial arts has so much to do with your heart and your mind and your soul and your ambition and your dreams, and there's just so much that goes into it. And people simply think it's you're tall and he's tall. This should be a magnificent fight. I really want to prove people wrong, and I really want.
I'm not tall.
Yeah, well, I am tall. But I just want to let people know that my win has nothing to do with me being a tall guy. It really has to do with my heart and the way I love the sport.
So, like, what's so that's your benefit towards goes to your heart mainly.
Well, yeah, just my heart and my soul. You know, I mean, really, I've been a warrior my whole life. I've been going through all types of things my whole life to be here in front of you guys today, and it shows in my ambition to be the best. So yeah, so that's the biggest thing with the journalism and stuff. You know, a lot of people just, you know, tall guy versus tall guy. That's always the storyline, and it needs to be different. It has nothing to do with being taller than other people.
In what way are you different privately from what the fans get to see?
How am I differently privately? Well, I wouldn't be very private if I was to share. You know, I'm a huge animal lover. I think that's something that people don't really realize. You know, I love my pets. I have a whole bunch of pets. I have like 4 dogs, 2 cats. I'm getting ready to have more German Shepherds, so like I'm a huge animal lover, and I think that's something that people don't realize.
Do you miss them when you're out traveling?
Yeah, I have a new Savannah cat right now. I miss it a lot. I have to spend a lot of time with it to domesticate it, and I'm not spending that time now because I'm here.
And what about your children? Do you miss them?
Oh, I don't miss my kids. No.
Follow with the pets.
All of them. No, I'm joking. I have amazing daughters, and I always miss the women around. They're sleeping now back in America, but we'll talk when they wake up. So, yeah.
I gotta get back to the reach thing and tallness. Alex is kind of your height. If you would fight a taller guy, would you like to fight Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Really? Really? I think that'd be pretty sweet, considering he's old and doesn't know how to fight. It'd be a great publicity, and I think an easy win for me.
I gotta ask you another question. A couple of weeks ago, you put up a picture with your stomach. You looked a bit like Mark Munoz from his last fight.
Oh, this guy got jokes.
What are you doing now to cut weight?
I'm just eating a lot healthier. You know, I cut out all the trash out of my diet already, and my abs are already back. So, yeah, it was good. It all worked out.
Can we see them?
No, not now. Not now. Maybe later.
One thing that I'm wondering is that, you know, during the times when you were in Russia, you know, as you know, I understand that the MMA world is growing. However, it's small enough for the rumors to get around quite a bit. There was a little bird who told me that you had said something to somebody. And you told that somebody that, you know, when it's fight time with Alex, you'll go head to head and stand up with him. What do you say about that?
Well, I told Alex that himself that my plan was to show everyone that my reach isn't everything, and that I believe that I can outbox Alexander. I believe that I'm physically stronger. I believe that I'm faster. I believe that my techniques are dynamic. My kicks are hard. I'm younger than he is, not that much younger, but you know, my physique is stronger than his. My cardio, I've never slowed down in a fight. I've never been in a war. He's been in several wars. I'm very confident in this fight. I believe that I'm a better warrior. And, you know, so for people to think that he's such a good boxer, I'll prove that that's not the case. You know, I out-wrestled Chael Sonnen, I out-kickboxed Lyoto Machida, and I can outbox Alexander Gustafsson. And, you know, my boxing coach lives with me in my house right now, and we're going to prove that.
And you know, in the heat of the moment, how much do you allow your ego to get to you? And, you know,
Yeah, it's a big thing. My pride and everything is very important to have as a champion, and it's not something I shy away from or I'm embarrassed by. It's who I am, and it's why I'm here.
Thank you, John.
So I'm going to read you a list of names. Could you describe the people with one word?
Okay.
Bruce Buffer.
Bruce Buffer. It's time.
That's 2 words.
It's
Anderson Silva.
the GOAT.
That's also 2 words.
GOAT.
Go. Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh,
Dana White.
it's the boss.
Chael Sonnen.
Mouth.
Simon Yash. That's me.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, that's a status update.
One last question. What do you think is Alex's strength, and how are you going to neutralize him?
I think Alex's strength is his right hand. He has an amazing right hand.
And how will you neutralize it?
We will see.
We will see in September.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Last question. Who's the best looking?
Well, if you're into black guys, me. And if you're into white guys, definitely him. He's a handsome guy as well.
That's a very diplomatic answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.